20 days ago, I decided I wanted to make an incredible video game based in Argentina. Yes, because if you live under a rock, Argentina won the World Cup. So, taking advantage of that event, I headed to Unity and started making my new dream game. Today, I will be talking about the features of my indie game, how I work out errors and every single detail. You will know the release date of the video game by the end of the video. So here I am in the Unity project. First things first, the name of the game is World Cup Collector, and this is the main menu scene. We have the play button. Obviously, if we press this, we are going to play. But as you had seen the gameplay at the beginning of the video, we are going to play the video game at the end. We also have a shop. I haven't made anything in the shop. It's empty. As you can see, if I click it, nothing happens because it is the next thing I'm going to be working on. So firstly, we have the settings button. We can enable the music, the sound effects, which I haven't made yet, and we can enable the particles. Here I would like to add some analytics about the user that is playing the game. For example, how much time he or she has played, how many matches, how many World Cup he or she has collected. Then this chest button is to go to the inventory, because my idea is to implement unique objects you can collect from the game that can randomly spawn. For example, a jersey of Argentina, or literally anything related to Argentina. Then we also have an information screen with my social media and the composer of the music as well. Every single thing you're seeing here has been made by me. I mean, for example, these buttons has been made by me, these icons as well. The only thing I didn't make was the font, obviously. So now we are going to play, and I'm going to explain some things. Firstly, we've seen that text saying swipe. So basically, these are the controls of the game. You swipe to any direction. It's an 4 directions based movement. You can move up, right, left, or down. This character is meant to be like Messi, but well, Messi in this video game is bald because I tried to draw Messi's hair, and well, it was a complete disaster. So I decided just to leave it as a bald guy. When we collide with the border of the screen, you can see that its position is changed. Its direction, I mean. Okay, I have lost, there's no problem. The important thing here is that we have the sun of the Argentinian flag. Okay, I will just pause the game because if not, I will be dying and dying over time. So I will just explain a couple of things. We have the sun here in the center, and we also have some light blue borders. This is just to make, let's say, the background of the game to be the Argentinian flag. Also, the sun is very important. It's not only an image, but it's also the health bar. If I unpause the game, you can see that whenever I complete a level, this health bar is restored. But if we are just playing and moving the player around, our health is decreased. And of course, if the sun reaches this area, I mean it does this, obviously you will lose. The name is World Cup Collector because the objective of the game is to collect as many World Cups as you can, because in each level, I will tell you this, if we start playing, as you can see, we are in level 1 and we have only 1 World Cup. Now we are in level 2 and we have 2 World Cups. Okay, now we are in level 3 and we have 3 World Cups. So the amount of World Cups depends on which level we are. Something I really like about these World Cups is the animation that is played when we collide with a trophy, and also when you complete a level, some confetti is shown. To make the game even more challenging, when we reach level 5, some mud is created. Okay, so here I will go to level 5, and as you can see, I have some mud here which will decrease my speed while I am on it, and also will change the color of the sprite to brown. Which obstacles are created completely depend on the level, because if we are in a level that is lower than 5, no obstacles are shown, but as soon as we reach level 5, this map is instantiated. We can only see one map when we are in level 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, because when in a second I reach level 10, you will see that a new obstacle is unlocked. Okay, so here I will reach 10, and as you can see now we have 2 obstacles, in this case 2 mats, but we also have this ice or snowflake, I think it's called, and when we collide with a snowflake, well, again 2 mats are instantiated, but okay, here we have an ice, and as you can see when I collide with it, I am frozen for a couple of seconds. I think it's 1 second, 0.2 that I'm frozen. If you pay attention, we can see that the sprite also changes. I don't the color, but also like the character opens his eyes, as you can see. And when we reach level 15, I put a France player that it's in idle state, which means that it's in the same place. So let's see if now the France player appears. Okay, there I lost, and if you paid attention, the face of the France player also changed when I collided with it. Another thing I really like is the death animation. The sprite is also changed, and it applies an impulse to the game object. And when you lose, I think it waits 2 seconds, and it goes to the main menu. Some things I would like to add are, firstly, a death scene with a game over title, the score, the level, a button to restart, a button to go to the main menu. Because now when you lose, you just go to the main menu and that's all. But you don't know how many World Cups you have collected, you don't know how much time you have played, you know nothing. Then if you reach a level 20, we can see that the France player now moves side to side, and if we collide with the player, it stops and changes the sprite. All the animations, all the states of the player, all the obstacles, literally anything related to graphical stuff is made by me. I know the graphics are not the best, they are pixel art, probably the colors aren't the best, and the animations obviously aren't the best. To make them, I follow a tutorial I found on YouTube, because literally I have no idea about how to animate a player, obstacles, etc. And from the tutorial, the person showed me how to draw pixel art, how to animate pixel art, and anything related to that. I just changed some things of the sprites, the colors, I put the Argentina jersey, everything related to that. The France player is literally the Argentinian player, but with a different jersey, a different skin color. It has hair. It's trying like to be like Mbappe. Probably it's not the best one, but something is something at least. Now let's talk a little bit about the development, about the project. These are all the scenes, everything is in a different scene. As you can see, the information scene, the main scene is the game scene. We have the main menu and also the settings. I have also made a scene for tutorial, because if that is the first time you're playing the game, I would like to add like a tutorial in which it shows the different obstacles, the different the movement system, because maybe it's a little bit difficult to understand when you're starting to play. I have tried to add a joystick, but the movement was very difficult, so that's the reason why I decided to use a swipe listener. I like having all my project pretty well organized. I believe I have a folder for my animations, for my audio, that the only audio I have currently is the music. This is the font I'm using for all the project. If you didn't notice, everything in the project is pixel art, so the font is also pixel art. Okay, and here related to images, this was one of the most difficult parts of the video game because I am not very good at drawing things. For the information screen, we have the different icons of social media. We have for main menu the different icons. We have for Messi the different animations. This was very difficult to make, although I was watching a tutorial. As you can see, everything is in spreadsheet. This is the animation that is played back, I call it. We have the death, well, this is just a sprite. And we have the front. Everything is in 4 frames to make it simpler, but usually I think these animations are made in 6 or even 8, 12 frames. We have the frozen, that this one was very easy because I just added a white outline to the eyes. We also have the idle animation, and finally we have the walking animation. Another thing I would like to add is different skins. I mean, actually different jerseys and different shorts color related to Argentinian football teams. In the obstacles, I have the France player. As you can see, these are the exact same animations. I mean, the idle animation and the walk animation are exactly the same one. But of course, it has a different skin color, a different jersey color, etc. I explained before. Something very important in video games is to use prefabs. These are basically reusable objects. For example, here I have the obstacles. So in my obstacles spawner, I have the different obstacles I can instantiate. By the way, I don't know why my instances have been deleted here, but I will just drag and drop them. Oh no, France player, here it is. What? Here my reference is also deleted, I don't know why. I also downloaded a swipe controller. I don't really remember if it was from another YouTube tutorial or if it was from the package manager, I mean from the Unity Asset Store. But that plugin extension script, I don't know how to call it, it's very easy to use because you just have to create a new game object. I named it swipe listener. You attach a script. You can here call, for example, the sensitivity, continuous detection. Okay, you have here a lot of configurations, and then from the player, you can detect the different swipe directions by using the function on swipe. So basically, at the direction you swipe, that value is returned. As you can see, swipe is equals left, right, up, or down. The direction of the player is changed to that direction. So the movement system was very easy to implement. And I don't know why I didn't have the references because this is the tutorial scene and this is not already made. So I should probably come back to the main scene. Okay, and now here I should have all of my references. Yes, perfect. Now talking about the user interface, I have an empty game object just named UI to have my project organized. I have the sun canvas. This is basically the sun, and the sun has a health bar script attached to it, which basically manages the health and the sun image. Because a very easy way to implement health bars in Unity is by using the image type field and configure it to fields method radial 360. So now, as you can see, we can change this parameter of fill amount and we can make a health bar very easily. This other canvas, Cortex canvas, is the score and a level canvas. It also has a script with which it manages these both scores. This swipe canvas only has this swipe text, which also has an animator and has that initial animation. Then we have the different spawners, trophies spawner, which basically generates the trophies, and the obstacles spawner, which obviously spawns every single obstacle. Something very interesting I added is this snow explosion sprite. This is just the snow explosion sprite. We can see here because of the position, I believe, or no, because here in the color, okay, here we can see it. This is the explosion that is shown when we collide with a snowflake. It even has a script, so let's quickly read it. It has a main public function called create snow explosion, which basically sets the position to the snowflake position I put as a parameter. It shows the explosion by changing the alpha parameter of the sprite renderer color, and then 0.063 seconds later it hides the explosion by again turning off the alpha color. Then in my player script, in the on trigger render, as you can see, I have a lot of things here. But when we collide with an ice or with a snowflake, it's the same thing. Here we can see snow explosion script dot create snow explosion. This is the same function, and we pass as a parameter the position of the snowflake we have collided. So the snow position is the same one as the snowflake. Maybe I could add some particles to this explosion, or even animate the snowflake to make it disappear in a smoother way, but I believe it's okay as it is. Then we have this fit to this game object. It has a polygon collider and also a composite collider, because I discovered that if we use these both components, and here we turn on used by composite, we have like an outline collision of the game object. So now when the player collides with this border, its position is changed. And the important thing about this fit to this is that it's used like a ring. The main camera has a script that's named fit to screen, and I don't understand the thing about this script. I watched a YouTube tutorial to make this script happen, but what this script does is basically make the camera the same size of this fit to this, and then the background is set to an Argentinian color, let's say, because for example we have here the game, and when we press play, everything is fitting perfectly. And then I take advantage of these borders, because I think if I change this color, as you can see, it changes everything. So I take advantage of that and set a light blue color. And for example, if we press play and we go to the scene tab, we can see how it adjusts the size of the camera. It's not called the size, I think. Yes, it's called the size. Because this is like the zoom of the camera. I don't know how to explain it, because this is the default size 5, and we can see a preview here. And if we change the size, of course it's like the size, but it's also like a zoom. And the border of the camera, as you can see, that's the reason why the UI isn't showing perfectly. But then when we start the game and this script is executed in the start, everything is perfect. All the user interface I use in my game, it's set with the workspace render mode. This means that for example, if we play the game in an iPad and now we press play, you can see that everything stays inside our fit to this game object, let's say, or inside our white game object. Whereas if I set this render mode to screen space overlay or screen space camera, everything would be a mess. I am not an expert of UI elements, I'm not an expert of literally anything, but literally here I read the documentation for a long time, figuring out which option should be better for the type of game I'm making. And after trying these 3 options, I came to the conclusion that workspace is the best option for this type of games, because if I didn't use this fit to this game object and I just used everything, I mean all the screen to spawn the trophies, etc., players with a screen, players with a screen with a bigger screen would be like very difficult because they will have more space to cover. By using this feature, this game object and the script, we make every player to have the same amount of screen available to spawn all the trophies, obstacles, etc. A lot of things are very difficult to explain, but well, the release date of this project I don't really know yet. I believe at the end of this month or the beginning of March I will be releasing it for free in Play Store and also for PC. I will be giving more details in more YouTube videos and also in my Discord server. So if you want to know more details about the game, if you would like to chat with me or anything, you should join the Discord server, link in the description below. And then if you would like to stay tuned about the new things I upload to my game, or you would like to leave any suggestion for me to add to the game, please subscribe to the channel. I am very proud of the game overall because this is the first time I draw my own sprites and animations for my game. It's actually the first time I start to animate things, and I think the result, well, it's okay. But again, I am a beginner in this thing, so any suggestion is very appreciated. And what do you think about this game? Leave it in the comments down below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Bye bye.